You know that fun thing that happens when you record a great episode and then you get all ready to edit it, and for some reason the audio is trash on the entire thing and your mic was going the entire time? That's what's just happened. What up, fam? This is us re-recording episode from week 7, coming to you from Washington again. Definitely skipped last week's episode, partly because it just didn't seem like the right thing, and partly because our time was very full of other things and it seemed best to focus where we were rather than focusing into the camera. And it seems like most of our 3 followers definitely were in the place that we were. It seemed like less need to make a video about it, but we're glad to be here and recap all of those things for the second time in an hour and a half.
Went back to Minneapolis. Will turned 30. He worked a couple shifts at the hospital.
And we spent a lot of time talking with people.
So much time talking with people. It was the shit.
It's been kind of fun to have people be tracking a little bit along the way as we're kind of just video journaling.
It's really given a lot of context for the last few weeks and given us places to jump off into deeper conversation with people.
That was not something I was necessarily expecting and not something that I was tracking when we started making this video series.
It's really, really exciting to think about the number of real rich friendships that we have to come back to.
I really love getting people together in community with a common goal. And whether that common goal is me or not, I really love that. And I think there's part of me that saw a big number like turning 30 as an opportunity to do that.
It is Will's 30th birthday, and he had to work this morning, and he doesn't know that I have arranged just a teeny tiny little bitty baby surprise party for him, so I'm gonna go pick him up.
I wanted to mark Will turning 30, and I think you wanted to mark turning 30.
I did.
And it just wasn't working out to throw a big party like we'd hoped.
Definitely felt kind of like there just wasn't peace for me or us to prioritize that during the week leading up to it, when it would have been really important to be spending mental time there. It definitely seemed like something that I felt like there wasn't permission or peace for, and had kind of just moved on from.
He goes to bed the night before his birthday, and I feel this little inspiration, decided to just send out a few feeler texts and see if I could put something together.
Anna came and picked me up at work at 11 in the morning. I've just moved on from my birthday involving anything, even though I'm just mildly kind of mopey about it. Get in the vehicle, and the energy in the vehicle is just weird. She's asking me more questions than normal, and I'm
so invested. I'm he can't know there's something else going on. I just have to keep all the attention on his day.
Why are you acting so weird? Why are you asking me these questions? I don't feel like you're saying what you mean.
Basically, be careful when you marry somebody who knows you super well, because you can't keep anything from them, even good secrets.
It was a 5-minute drive. He told me later that the horn honking thing was a cue to the people inside, and I was floored.
I can't believe that he didn't know, honestly.
It was so subtle. I was getting out of the vehicle and being man, the energy here is fucking weird. I'm just gonna go inside and take a shower.
You were already onto stuff, and I was I can't not. I have to beep the horn.
My brain was not at all in birthday mode. It was just in relational mode, where there's something that's bugging you and it's seeping over into everything else in the conversation, and I'm not enjoying this vibe.
He's pursuing our marriage, and I'm just don't care about it for 5 more minutes. just ignore the problem. Started to go upstairs to go take a shower, and I'm wait, you can't do that yet. You have to come here.
Go change him. I set the little thing for him.
Oh yeah? That's really sweet. Thank you. She had planned this all after I went to bed the night before, so...
Thank God, because if I tried to plan this a week in advance, can you imagine?
That would have been the worst relational week of our lives.
Calling a counselor, our marriage is over, you have to help us.
She'd be no, we don't need a counselor. I'm what? Why are you refusing help? So that was the time when it seemed like maybe your marriage was falling apart, but it turns out it was just a surprise birthday party. But you pulled off a surprise birthday party, and I'm proud of you. High five.
Thank you. I had my first in-person midwife appointment this week. We left town the same day that I officially booked. We had one Zoom call, but I'd never met them in person. And it was absolutely the most amazing thing to talk with them about all the different things that I'm experiencing and things that I'm hoping for, and feel like our values are completely in line. Our communication is super clear. Will got to feel the baby's head, learn how to like find a little nugget in there. That's really exciting, just to be able to like feel around my belly and be like, oh my gosh, that's it, like right there. I feel like I'm starting to sense almost like a personality, the person behind the bump.
So, Budidi.
I'm about to be our editor-in-chief. Assistant.
No.
Anna's
gonna take a stab at editing this episode. How do you feel about that, Budidi?
I felt better when we filmed the last episode.
Yeah, it was gonna be great.
Yeah.
Practice following the Holy Spirit into some shit footage and letting the Lord find something good in it. We've now talked way too long for our first episode, and then put it on the computer, realized the audio was shit, and then deleted it all, and then got back on the camera, and now have spent a ridiculous amount of time doing this, and this has gone way, 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 way longer than we intended for it to go, so we're going to be done now.
Yeah.
And if the episode is bad,
suck it.
Tough shit. I don't know what we're going to do.
I genuinely think that it's super lame that guys are expected to give girls gifts out of the blue, and girls are not.
I think it's really easy to fall into the stereotype of girls like flowers, guys don't like flowers, but I feel like it's not as across the board as that. Like, I've met women who don't actually like feel like flowers are particularly meaningful to receive flowers, and then I've also met guys, and I'm one of them, that like actually like appreciates flowers. I know that my favorite flower are white daisies. No question. Second favorite, black-eyed Susans, which are just yellow daisies. Fucking love daisies.
I think it comes from, here we go, I think it comes from like, kind of like a gender roles, like husband works and wife is at home, and husband brings home the thing, and here's my token that I love you, now I'm gonna go watch TV. You know, as a culture, we're kind of looking into like what is a healthy relationship between a male and a female. And I think just assuming that it's the man's job to surprise the female with gifts is not very thoughtful. I think it's a conversation we should all have, even if your guy doesn't like flowers. Like, what would bless you? Like, what could I do to show you my affection? Besides being available for sex.